Oh, God.
What is this?
It's staring into my soul.
Hey, head up.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. Yourself?
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slime San.
He's on the run.
He's on the run from a giant worm that's just out there,
Oh,
out to eat anything and everything.
He's on the run from an Alaskan bullworm!
So that said, let's start the game.
What timing?
Yeah, so that's how our story starts. We get eaten by a goddamn worm. And, well, we literally have to go on an adventure to get out of it.
So that's the story mode?
Yep, that's the entire story of the game. We're literally a slime person.
You know,
just eaten up, and we gotta get out of here.
You know, I do like slimes in video games. They're always fun characters.
Excrement fields.
Yep,
what
this is
name.
where we're starting, I guess.
But anyway, I love slime characters and all that, but I will say nothing will beat Dragon Quest slimes.
Well, they're the classics. So yeah, this is how it all starts. So basically, if you've ever played a Super Meat Boy game, well, Super Meat Boy before, then you already know sort of how to play this game. It's one of those try to get to the end of a section as fast as possible. At your disposal, you already have a wall jump, and you also have a little dash maneuver.
This looks like a slower version of Super Meat Boy.
Well, rest assured, you also do have a dash feature, as I just showcased, and it can really help make the game's pace a little faster than normal. But yeah, each stage is sectioned off into 4 parts, and in every section there's also a little green apple, a Honeycrisp apple even. Collect all those, and well, you can spend them in a certain location later.
So what are the mirrors? Like, what's that thing in the upper left?
That thing on the upper left? Well, that is sort of a... how should I put this? It's sort of a pseudo-time limit. Once it reaches 0, then this entire area gets flooded with blood, and you have to get the fuck out of there.
Oh my.
Or blood, or whatever, I don't know, it may as well just be this thing's excrement.
Amazing!
Ew.
Poor birdie. Yay.
Oh.
So,
okay, that is an adorable slime.
What's the purpose of the apples?
The apples, well, again, there's a certain area, you can actually spend them all in, I forget the name of the area, but it's essentially your local hub or whatever. Basically, there's a shop there, and you can use the apples to unlock additional characters.
I'm guessing you don't want to touch the red walls.
Obviously no, because they kill you.
Okay.
Anything that's red will hurt. Well, aside from that.
Right.
That's just our way out.
So, what game is this on? Or what system?
What system this is on? It's on Steam, and well, the version I'm playing here is from the Switch.
Apparently, according to developers, Switch is like the #1 console right now for indie developers because apparently they sell the most on Switch now.
Yeah, well, to be fair, who wouldn't want to play an indie game on the go?
That is a good point.
Oh wait, the timer ran out, but I don't see any blood forming. Yeah. Whatever. What we'll also bear in mind is that unfortunately, I feel like it's to no fault of Steam because of the.
Oh yeah, with the Xbox we can also zoom in.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Time to go. Hurry it up.
Oh jeez.
Fuck.
Okay, but yeah, I feel like
that's what happens when you start running out of time.
Well, that's bloody awful.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I feel like to no fault of Steam.
I apologize to all our British watchers.
Okay.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I feel like to no fault of Steam. Crap. I feel like to no fault of Steam, the issues that a lot of these, the bad indie games and stuff have been becoming a big problem, and now it's becoming this problem where it's kind of like making Let's Plays on YouTube nowadays. There's too many people. Yeah. It's very hard to get noticed nowadays because it's such a. I feel like maybe we may be reaching an apex, and maybe we'll just see a bunch of bloggers and not as many Let's Players. We'll finally get some room to breathe. But until then, Duck Norris!
Slapson!
Duck Norris.
Wait, you got swallowed too?
You back?
I heard there's a town of survivors in here somewhere. Call it Slump Town or something.
Duck Norris, can we talk sometime? Thank you. But, oh!
Whoa!
Is that still him?
I think it might be 2 people. Nice to
Oh,
meet
yeah.
you. My name's Diver, and that's Pillbug over there. There's Buddy.
Oh, buddy.
I was born with these rad wing flaps, so I'm addicted to wingsuit diving.
Buddy warned me this'll get us in trouble, but I didn't listen.
Oh, was this the person who got eaten
And well,
in the
here we
beginning
are.
intro?
I mean, come on, who would have thought this cave was actually a worm?
I mean,
Sandy
really?
Cheeks didn't.
Everybody?
Huh? There's a town of survivors in here called Slump Town.
That is awesome. Alright, I guess I'll see you there, little dude.
So yeah, Slump Town. That's where basically where we can go to spend all our little apples.
Okay.
You
What was I gonna
missed
say?
an apple.
Yeah,
well,
back there,
no
because
biggie.
freaking Duck Norris took up all our time talking. Anyway, what
Yeah,
was I saying?
screw Duck Norris.
I forget. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying earlier? Yeah, the problem is that Steam has become really congested. There's a lot of stuff there. So for indie developers,
It's
easy.
a cesspool of really ugly crap and boring visual novels.
And that's the problem. Not all of them, but that's the problem. Is that sure, coding for Steam is easy, but that's the problem. Is that it's so easy, and there's little to no quality control. Unlike on the Switch, that if you make a good indie game, you're probably still going to be competing with like 50 to at least 45 or so bad games that were released that very week.
Yeah, which I wouldn't be surprised if the Switch sort of falls into a similar fate. But at the same time, it's like
I would say due to that one game. How about due to Troll and I and that one room in the night sky, it already has gone that way.
I take it you saw that video too, huh?
Okay, that wasn't the best. Okay, but I feel like Nintendo's learning at least.
Well, yeah,
They've definitely been getting better stuff now.
Oh yeah, and honestly, like people are still most indie games are still more popular on the Switch nowadays. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'm trying to think. Was Celeste on multiple consoles, or is it just a Switch exclusive for now?
I mean, look it up.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if it's sold the most on that.
Yeah.
Looking up now.
Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, I do plan on doing a look at Celeste sometime in the future. I just gotta play a little more into it.
Celeste, 10 out of 10 Celeste.
It was released. Oh no, it was released on everything.
Gotcha. So, okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it sold the most on Switch, though, because, again, the Switch is essentially an indie machine now.
And that
is that hard?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because this thing ate everything. Well, I mean, not to mention another big thing important to note is like the fact that, like, again, the fact that this is sure you can have Celeste on the PS4 or Xbox One, or you can have it on the system that you can literally take with you on the go anywhere. Have it in the car, have it on a trip, have it wherever you want to go. Like the portability of the Switch is really something that I think indie developers are catching on to.
Oh yeah. Not just indie developers, even AAA, like Bethesda has seen. Oh yeah, no, playing some of our games on the go is fantastic.
Yeah, too bad they will never bother to like retool or fix any of the bugs in their other games. They just see dollar signs and they know where to follow it.
Yeah, so here's Slump Town, and this is I only show up this portion of it just because this is the only point of interest as far as I know.
Ah, fresh meat, slime.
Welcome to Slump Town. Whoa.
What is with all their voices changing?
My gig, I sell magical pills.
Pills?
Pills that help tweak you to survive, you know?
That's tweak. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
It's
tweak.
so tweak.
Why are
you
you
clever
bird
bastards.
looking at me like that?
Hey, Duck Norris.
Well, actually, no.
Oh,
Actually, the funny thing about Slime Sand is that he always has a bird pal on him at all times.
Huh.
Now, you gonna pop a pill or what?
Oh,
Well,
so the bird is different from our pet. Okay, the
Yeah,
bird is different from Duck Norris.
Yeah, he's just with us at all times. So if we hit this block here, we can change our playstyle or our character. So we have our regular Slime Sand. We have Crazy Sand,
Going
Crazy Slam.
faster.
Kawaii San. That would be Seely's pick.
He.
Fat San.
And Fat San.
That'd be
Fat
Matt's
San.
Fuck you.
Evil San.
Evil San. Now that would be Matt's pick. I mean,
Spring
it's red.
San. Dash down.
Looks like a worm, actually.
Grusan, I'm guessing.
Sun San.
Sun San.
Sun San. Eldest San.
Hey, how's it going?
There's a lot of these things.
Yeah, there are. He's got a whole family.
Daughter San.
Aw. Cute little.
And they all do have their own special
Is
abilities.
that
And
Mama
Granny
San?
San.
Nope,
and Wife San.
Walks faster but falls faster. Is there any like benefit to gaining any of these?
Again, a different playstyle. If you feel one's better
What
than
is
the
that
other.
icon? What is that poster on the right?
I don't even want to
That's
know. It's
right,
I'm getting out of here.
Stay Milo.
Okay.
I will say one thing about Slime Sand. While it is a fun little game, but I will admit the art style at times can be a bit of an eyesore.
I was gonna say I really would have liked if maybe this was more like 2D, like flat cell and.
What? Okay, what?
But that said, I'm switching over to my next game because this is actually a 2-for-1, and this is the one. This one I kind of do prefer over Slime Sand. This is Splasher.
Yeah.
Another neat little Meat Boy-esque.
So far the art style's a lot more appealing. I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan of all the pixels and stuff nowadays.
That's fair. I mean, like I said, the other one is a bit of an eyesore, but I still like it for what it is. But anyway, here's our goal. Here's Splasher. It all starts in an ink factory. This is how they make their ink.
It apparently starts in Oddworld.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
How
In
is
fact, actually, Matt, you say that. This intro, part of this intro, essentially is a fucking callback to Oddworld.
So it looks like ink is made from, and it looks like different inks, kind of like in Portal 2. Oh, clean. So it looks like ink is made by, like, you know, making bouncy ink, sticky ink, and what do you find?
Why did you take
Does he
off
find
your mask?
the origin behind the fruit that makes the ink?
They're turning people into fruit?
Oh god, that is Oddworld.
Yep, and unfortunately, it looks like we've been discovered, so we better get out of here.
Oh my.
So yeah, Splasher, unlike Slime Sand, which is a little more traditional, this one does have a gimmick of a sort. All that ink that's been being made in the factory, that's going to be used to our advantage. Or disadvantage, depending on the situation.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
so
when you start off, you're pretty all you have to your name is your dinky little jump.
Okay.
But you can use the red ink to actually climb on it.
Oh, we gotta save our people. Yeah, this is Oddworld.
This is Oddworld.
Okay, so basically this is Oddworld with a Meat Boy twist.
Yep.
Oh, okay, blue ink. Okay, blue ink is an attack projectile.
Actually, no, that's not blue ink. It's actually water.
Oh, well, okay. Water attacks these. No, we should be friends.
But yeah, your entire goal of these stages is mainly to, well, save all the survivors, obviously, and also to get as much of this weird yellowish ink as possible, because we will need it for, like, the very end of the level.
Okay, and again, when we save someone, it's gonna spell it Splasher.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, we do get the green ink if we can. Wow, there's 700 in this level alone? That sounds like a lot.
It does sound like a lot, but the level has just enough to give you that much. Obviously, otherwise it'd be near impossible. But yeah, you do have to be mindful of like what ink is on the playfield and what's going to affect it. Like obviously the water or just other ink in general, because there's more than just the red ink. There's also the yellow ink, which lets you bounce around like a maniac.
Well, this level is definitely doing a good job of showing you almost all the mechanics before I imagine we're going to get our own ink gun.
So
Yeah.
it's Oddworld meets Super Meat Boy meets Portal 2.
Portal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa,
you
yellow
can
ink makes us
call it
fast.
like that. And there you go. There's our yellow ink at
Yeah,
work.
there's the accelerant, whatever it's called. What was
No,
it?
it's
Propulsion
bounce.
and repulsive gel.
Propulsion. Or,
Yeah, so there's propulsion gel. Whoa.
Wahoo!
Bouncy too. So it's propulsion and repulsion.
Pretty much. I think that's about all this game really has, though. The yellow ink, the red ink, and well, the water. And there's the doctor taking one of the survivors. I'll admit, he's one of my favorite parts of the game, just because of the choppy animation mixed in with.
Oh god.
Totally not ripping off of Dr. Fetus
Dr.
there.
Fetus, yeah, I would say. How fast? No.
Get back here, you. So now we're introduced to a quarantine zone. Basically, this game's special levels.
Okay, whoa.
Fulfill a certain requirement, and you can free the survivor in the cage.
Alright, one more. Away.
Oh dear. Gotta admit though, actually I will admit though, the fate of those that fall inside that toxic green stuff is kind of grotesque.
Yeah, they bulge. Yeah, it's like they become unstable. They bulge back out into their fruitish form, and
quit laughing at me. I'm better than you, and you know
I was
it.
wondering what that sound was.
Oh shit!
this isn't too
Oh,
bad.
thank God. But
Totally
unfortunately,
not
we can't do anything about that gold faucet thing yet. But now we can because we get access to a water gun.
Yay.
Set up. So how does it work?
Well, when you press and hold down I think it's the Y button or the A button, you spray out water, and well, yeah, I think you know where it goes from there. You basically use it to pretty much wash out any hazardous junk, or you can even use it to kill enemies.
Right analog stick to aim.
Actually, I think you use the left analog stick.
Huh.
Honestly, it's really not as hard. Don't worry though, it's not quite as what's the word? It's not quite as awkward as you'd think.
Okay.
But yeah, now we got a water can. Let's just go ahead and watering can. But
oh, that's right. The game was cool.
yeah, Game Grove.
Sorry. Anywho.
Whack, whack.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah. Anywho's.
But yeah,
Okay,
basically this is the entire goal of all the levels. You usually just have to worry about just using the ink and water to your advantage, saving all the survivors, using all the excess whatever this stuff is at the very end of the level, and well, there are the occasional levels that do use a particular gimmick or whatever.
All the cleaning stuff has also reminded me a lot of Dust Patrol or Dust Force.
Oh yeah, I can sort of see that too. But yeah, here's what that weird stuff is for.
Do we just stand here and automatically does it, or?
We just stand here, hold down our shoot button, and it fills up to that, and we free our last survivor, which was a little different from all the others.
It's a golden one. What's he give us?
Basically, he's just the last survivor.
Thought that'd be some cool ability.
So here we are at the Ink Court Hall, our main hub of the game. You have 100.
Save our buddies.
Mm-hmm. And we can also talk to this lovely little intern here if you ever so want to. She'll give us some quirky little tips.
Welcome to Ink Corp. Please grab a ticket. You completed 2% of the game. I'm pretty sure you can do better.
Okay, so it's Roz. Interesting enough.
I'm always watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
His name is Le Docteur. Interesting.
Docteur. Yeah. But anyway, now that I've shown you that off, I'm actually going to cheat a bit and go back to my old save file to show you one of the much later levels where I pretty much have access to everything.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Freedom suddenly.
Mm-hmm. So
Rayman Origin.
Yep. One of the levels is called Rayman Origins.
Wow.
And they do follow that up later with a Rayman Legends.
That is incredible. So why is it called... Who's Rayman?
It's basically, well, joking on the fact that this level's full of lasers. Or rays, rather. We don't want to touch those rays, obviously.
So how does the red and yellow gem affect, like, as you're running around? So the red gem, I imagine, as you're walking up, you can use it to create a path. What would happen if you were to suddenly spray, like, yellow ink along the wall?
Well, you bounce off it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It can make it for for really fun platforming, actually.
Careful. So what about this game sets it aside that makes it your current favorite between this and Slime Sand?
Well, one thing, the art style's a little better. Secondly,
Gotcha.
Honestly, yeah, I think it really is just the art style that makes it better. And I will admit, like, how should I put this? It's a bit easier to process, really. Not to mention, I do like the whole inking gimmick here.
It is
especially
cool.
once you actually have access to the stuff yourself.
So it's like Splatoon combat die. It's cool.
Oh yeah, you can also use the red ink to stun enemies.
Alright, and the yellow ink to stun as well, or just to make them be pushed back?
It's just a pushback.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, like, I can't think of too many instances where you really need the yellow ink against enemies, but if they do, they get pretty creative with it.
I don't know if I'd ever asked, but Celia, what's your opinion on these kind of like hard platformers?
I'm no good at them, so I never really could get interested in them just because I'm no good at them.
Aww.
Well, I guess if you're going to start on any of them, I would say this isn't a bad one to start off of, just because, well, the first few levels don't really ask that much from the player, aside from just...
It's a progressive advancement in difficulty?
Yes, it is.
I never
Okay.
played these types of games. I'm just here to observe.
That's fine.
Never again. I'm just saying, it never hurts to start from somewhere, and I'd say this was a pretty decent start. Or
I'm trying to-
or again, the game I'll show off later, Celeste.
I'm trying to think of other game. Oh. Oh dears.
Now we control the rays.
How?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm trying to lure him so I can ink him like that. Then I use the propeller
the
to
wind blade rotates.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, I forget if I've streamed any games like this for you, Celia. I think I did Meat Boy once.
Yeah, you did Meat Boy and you tried to do a speed run of it.
Didn't work. Got close enough. I got sort of far, but it wasn't the best I could have done.
Actually, it should be said real quick. I don't know how successful this game got, though I do remember at one point it had to be delisted from the eShop at first. Though the sad thing is, like on its launch date, guess what also came out that day?
What?
Mario Odyssey.
Ah!
That probably kind of tanked something.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if this game got very successful or not, but at the same time, having it being paired up with Mario Odyssey that same day probably didn't help it at all.
If I was that developer, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would be too.
Nintendo decided to put it up right then and there. Okay, run. Jump.
I knew we should have had it out a week sooner.
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Now I don't remember exactly why it got delisted from the eShop. I think it might have had something to do with a ESRB error or something like that.
I think it may have something to do with the fact that the guy flipped you off twice now.
That's a good point. That's not quite E10 friendly.
Yeah, I think maybe that was it. Maybe they just had like a mishap in the ESRB and they had to quickly readjust it and like recreate the entry. It is on the eShop now, right?
Oh yeah, it is. You can still get it, and I think I'm trying to remember. I think it goes for like what, 10, 15, 15 bucks, and I'd say that's for what it's worth. There, you get like a good 20 some odd levels packed into it, so I'd say it's worth the investment.
Okay.
And it's not like the levels themselves are terribly short or
just
that or anything. Though I guess that would be my only complaint with this game. Some of the levels do kind of drag on a bit.
How lenient is this mechanic here? Like how lenient? Like how much more than the average is there?
What do you mean? Oh, as far as the yellow stuff is concerned? Sometimes it's usually pretty. Sometimes it's pretty good. Other times it is pretty strict on like where and how you can get them. So I would say be a little wary of that if you decide to give this game a shot. Well, that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for our look on both Slime, Sand, and Splasher. Two very nice little Meat Boy clones that I would totally recommend. That being said, yes, I will be showing off Meat Boy sooner or later. In fact, I already have it recorded as of this recording.
Yay.
Sweetness.
On that note, I'm JamesmanXtreme.
I'm Lucky Jack 20.
Hi, I'm Princess Lita.
Ronnie J, let's go.
Okay, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.